In the second part, we are going to look at how we can attempt to defend ourselves against negligent claims. So, what do you do to protect yourself can mean the difference between being found negligent in a court and liable for damages or not. To best prepare yourself, you need to review Table 1-1 on page 11. This is a checklist for defending against negligence. These are your to-do checklist and to actively prepare yourself for a defense against a negligence claim. As we talked about in the first section, important defenses from negligence are waivers, release of liability, or assumption of risk agreements. These are all great ways to help defend against negligence. Other documents that we can use are pre-participation exams and other medical forms. So a PPE, or medical questionnaire, or medical participation note, are things that we can use to help identify an athlete's predisposing medical condition, both physical and psychological, and which could cause injury or illness during participation at our place of work, at our facility. These should be performed yearly so we know up to date what is going on with our athletes. In addition, these should be reviewed at least one time per year with that athlete so that they are also aware of what is going on and what other predisposing conditions that they may have. Another form against negligence or document against negligence is an emergency action plan. EAPs are written documents that prepare you, the staff that you work with, and your athletes for various emergencies. By having these documents, you are showing that you are ready and that your organization is prepared to protect your clients or athletes' safety and welfare at your facility if an emergency occurs. EAPs specifically indicate the course of action to be followed by the staff at your facility in case of an emergency. In order to also defend against negligence, you have the duty to do the following. You have to inform the athlete of the activity's inherent risks. This can include not only having them read and sign a waiver, but also thoroughly explaining the risk involved and answering any questions the athlete has in regard to the risks. We also have to provide them proper training and instruction. If an athlete is attempting a new activity, we need to show him or her how to properly and safely perform that activity. After we instruct them, we have to make sure that we supervise the athletes appropriately so that they continue to complete these techniques or training correctly. In addition, when an athlete is working with equipment or new equipment or has to wear equipment, it is our responsibility to make sure that they are properly fitted, it is in good working condition, and it is considered safe. We have to make sure that these fit all reconditioned standards. In addition, we have to provide proper instruction to the athletes in how to utilize equipment as intended by the manufacturer. In addition, we should also obtain professional certifications in our field. By obtaining these certifications, we demonstrate that we are knowledgeable and skilled in our field. In addition to these certifications, we should continue to participate in continuing education activities. These continuing education activities help us further protect ourselves from being found negligent because as the profession changes, we need to be up to date with the latest information, technology, and best practices. Lastly, we need to purchase professional liability insurance and malpractice insurance to help us cover liability, and in case a case of negligence does occur, we will have insurance against this. This is that checklist that I discussed in the beginning of the lecture. This is a checklist for defending against negligence. The more of these that we are able to check off, the more actively prepared we are to defend ourselves against a negligent claim.